This is the last level. Level 5 is the last level. If you haven't seen the other levels up to level 5, make sure you go back on our YouTube channel and watch the 4 levels before level 5. Now, level 5, and what I also want to say is that this teaching, we have a course for it on our website. You can go on the website and register for the course, and you can actually do it. It's free. It's a free course. You can just do it. We also have a book that really comes with this course, and it helps you to really sit down and be able to write some things down. Now, there are 3 aspects into level 5, and this is amazing. I really want you to take note, because this is not just about, this is what will free you. This will set you completely free from that energy of unforgiveness, from carrying the energy. Feelings, thoughts, and help. Feelings, thoughts, and help. Now, this word compassion is a very big word in spiritual practice. Compassion is a big word. And you actually, let me say this. For you to be able, forgiveness is not something you do. Forgiveness is something that happens after compassion takes its place. Then the result of compassion is what forgiveness is. Compassion literally means to suffer together. This is what compassion means. To suffer together. To suffer together. And we saw that clearly demonstrated in the life of Jesus Christ. He died so that we could learn the transformative lesson of compassion, which once learned can help us escape the human condition. What is compassion? To suffer with. I want you to write that word, suffer with. Suffer with. Because I'm going to give you a few scenarios where you can really come to the place of forgiveness. Number 1, feelings. Feelings. So now this is a practical thing. This is very practical. Observe the feeling that is arising now that you are confronted with the perpetrator's suffering, and feel in your soul to relieve the persons from suffering. Now I'll give you an example. In my life, I battled with the concept of forgiving my dad, my biological dad. This is my story. Because at the age of 6, my biological dad left me. And as a child, I couldn't understand why he had to leave. And at some point, I thought because I was in the good child, because he didn't love me. And I carried so much of resentment for myself and for him. But it was more for myself, because I thought I was nothing good was going to come out of me. Even my father could not really see any worth in me. So I resented myself. As a result of my self-resentment, I resented my father so much. I was a very bitter, angry, devastated child. Now, when the Holy Spirit started teaching me about forgiveness, and He brought me to this place of compassion, I started realizing that my dad really suffered. And I wanted to know more about him. And I started investigating, and I got to realize how he suffered and how I was the gift that was given to him to ease his suffering. But he could not handle this gift. All he could do at that moment was to run away. How did I get to know that? That was compassion, because I felt his pain. I felt what he was going through. I felt it. Poor man. He suffered. He was running from his shadow. He was hiding from himself because he could not stand himself. But compassion brought me there. And when you come to this place, nobody will tell you forgive. Nobody asked me to forgive my dad. I knew I deserved to forgive myself and to forgive him. I wasn't told. It just happened. I wasn't told. It just happened. Now, thoughts. When you come to this place, in your feeling, think the thought that include the desire to help. That was what happened to me. After being a bitter, angry, never wanted to see my dad, wanted to just, let me say this one. At some point in my life, I wished my father was dead. That was how bitter and angry I was. And I'm saying this here because I want to help you. You may be in that state right now, thinking, what did he do for me? He did not do anything. But when I came to the place of compassion, I started realizing that I needed to help him. And my question was, how can I help him? What do I have to help him? The little I have to help him, I want to be able to help. I want to be able to help. That was all that was on my head. Not what he has done. None of those things actually they were all irrelevant at this stage. I don't know how. It all just disappeared, and everything I wanted was, how can I help him? And I took a young man through this process of unforgiveness. I take people always, but this young man particularly caught my heart, my attention. He's just about 17. I was about maybe 15, 16 when I felt this urge to really help my dad. This young man is 17, and after I took him through this process, I didn't tell him, forgive your dad. He just came in one of the sessions and he said to me, what can I do to help my dad? Then I said to him, yeah, you got it. In your first session, everything you told me was awful about your dad. You hate him, you don't want to see him, Now, at the end of this, you are asking me, how can I help him? It means this is what forgiveness is. This is what it is. Help. You feel, you're taught, you want to help. When people hurt others, that is because they are hurt. Always know this. People can only give what they have. If people hurt you, that's because they are hurt. Nothing else, that's it. And you that have come to the awareness through the grace of God, and as we saw Christ, who really taught us what to do, he said in Luke chapter 23, verse 34, Jesus said, Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing. And they divided up his clothes by casting lot. Now, these are people who are crucifying Jesus, nailing him and having fun of what they were doing. They were in the moment. They were just excited that they are putting so much pain on this man. But when Jesus looked at them, he saw beyond what they were doing. He knew that they were also slaves to the system. He knew that nobody that is fully aware in their right mind will ever do this thing to someone. So Jesus said, Father, not these people here who are crucifying and they are happy, they are having fun, they are taking his clothes, tearing it apart. He said, not them, forgive them, because they do not know. I tell you, most of the people that are hurting you or that hurt you in life, they do not know. They may pretend or try to show that they know what they are doing, but I tell you this, they do not know what they are doing. They are sick in the head, sick in the heart, sick in the gut. It is your responsibility. Now, this is the true definition of what forgiveness is. To forgive is to set a prisoner free and discover that the prisoner was you, Louis. This is what forgiveness is. Setting someone free, a prisoner free, and you got to realize that you are the prisoner. I don't know what you are holding on, but whatever it is, this is my submission. Set yourself free. If you have questions, just leave them in the comment and subscribe for more videos. Well, now that you have completed the 5 levels, and I can tell you this, for me, what helped me was I was able to sit with someone and the person took me through these different sessions. And I will say this one, I think in one of the levels I said it, you need to be vulnerable. And if you need any help of someone to take you through this process, we have trained people. You can book a session and we can walk with you through these 5 sessions. And at the end, you will be free from this burden or oppression of unforgiveness. Book a session with us. We can walk this journey with you.